Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dychronic, your host here on this Destiny 2 video. And today we're going to be showing you the Destiny 2 weekly reset for March 24th, 2020. Everything that has reset in the week, all the new stuff going on, and there are a couple of new things. All of the resets from the Nightfall to the Crucible to the Flashpoint, everything that has reset this week we're going to be talking about in this video. So first and foremost, obviously there is going to be Iron Banner this week. It's going to be the first Iron Banner of Season 10. They're going to be offering the Iron Remembrance set, and they're also going to be offering the new Point of the Stag. I believe people are calling it Ritual Weapon, which is a special bow being offered through the pursuit of Lord SALADIN. We'll talk about that once we get to the Crucible section. And on top of that, the Moon Seraph Bunker has opened. So if you were looking to do some more PvE stuff, it's basically the same thing, but now on the moon. You can now unlock the Moon Seraph Bunker, their legendary lost sectors, their Seraph public events, and all that whatnot. All you have to do is head over to the bunker on the moon and just go ahead and get that started. I just looked at a picture on Twitter and somebody has already maxed out the moon bunker because they just had enough bits to do so. I have like 2,500 bits, so I might get close, but I don't think I'll max it out. And the very last thing I'll say before we get into the regular weekly reset is I have a giveaway going on right now. If you don't know, it's going to be giving away an Astro A40 headset, Blue Microphone product, and Control Freaks gift code. These are all thanks to those sponsors, so go ahead and check out the link in the description down below for that giveaway. On top of that, there are going to be some discount links at that giveaway or in the description down below if you wanted to get 5% off anything from Astro and 10% anything off of Control Freaks. Moving on to the regular weekly resets, starting up with the Ordeal. This week the Ordeal will be the Arms Dealer. Now the Arms Dealer is going to be that base game with that green looking Cabal dude at the very end, and he drops the exotic sparrow known as Tilt Fuse. As far as points go, if you're looking to get 100k, it might be possible to do it on Legend. It probably is possible. It's one of the higher scoring base game missions, but it is a base game mission, so there's a lot less of these orange bar enemies everywhere. For the regular Nightfalls, we have Inside Terminus. It's going to be that Cyan at the end of the Vex mission, and he's going to drop the long goodbye sniper rifle. Next up, Tree of Probabilities, the Cabal dude that basically John Cena straight through that Minotaur, dropping the DFA hand cannon. Finally, Hollowed Lair, the one at the end of the Forsaken mission, the one with the Fanatic with all those scoring enemies throughout the entire thing. He drops the Mindbender's Ambition, and probably that gives some people PTSD, especially with trials going on recently. The fastest Nightfall is definitely going to be Tree of Probabilities because you can run past almost literally everything in the game all the way up to the boss. The heroic modifier for this week will be Void Cinch, and that means that the Reckoning will be Solar Cinch. Want to know how I know? It's magic. No, it's just memorization. Moving on to the rotating Crucible playlist. First of all, we have Supremacy, kind of like Kill Confirm from Call of Duty. After that, we have Lockdown, which is kind of like an advanced version of Domination, where you get Golden Snitch if you get all 3 zones. And finally, obviously, we have Iron Banner, which is 6v6 control. Level advantages are enabled, but the artifact does not count, so it's only going to be your armor level advantages, and this obviously will lead to some pinnacle gear from Lord SALADIN. I don't know why I ran away from him, but let's go check it out. So in Lord SALADIN's inventory, as always, he has 4 available bounties, each one of them offering pinnacle gear. Obviously, these are 4 out of 7 different possible bounties, so you just have to realize which ones these are and then go for them specifically. And then obviously there is going to be the pursuit. Now this pursuit will lead to the Point of the Stag, quote-unquote, ritual weapon. I've seen the perks on it. It can have things like Vorpal Weapon. That seems to be the only unique thing about it. It does not seem like a bow that's really worth getting, but it is something that you can get throughout this pursuit. And of course, as before, this pursuit will carry on throughout the season. So if you don't finish it off on any one of your characters in this particular event, you'll just be able to pick up right where you left off in the next event in this current season. Riding on a pale horse, riding on a pale horse, riding on a pale horse. As for the Reckoning this week, it will be the Likeness of Oryx. So if you wanted to go out and get these spare rations, which is a very popular PvP weapon right now, or if you just wanted to play during the Oryx week, it is available. And as I said, the Solar Cinch is on Reckoning. For some reason, they decided the arcs will line up, but the solars and voids will be opposite. I don't understand. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, right now it will be increased Valor throughout this week with Iron Banner. Basically, anytime there's Iron Banner, there's always going to be increased Valor throughout all the Valor playlists. As for the Flashpoint this week, it will be taking place on Nessus, so completing public events, lost sectors, and heroic adventures to complete this as fast as possible. And this is a pretty easy planet to do it on. And of course, I've already completed mine because I completed it like many months ago and I never picked it up. which is something you can do, by the way. You can, in fact, hold all of your flashpoint rewards, and when you need powerful gear for next season, you can pick them up. However, you only can get 1 flashpoint powerful per week. So it's just basically a way of my saying, hey, if Mercury is the flashpoint this week, I don't want to play on Mercury, I'm just going to pick up a different flashpoint. As for Escalation Protocol, this week it will be all 3. That's because last week was a sniper, and next week will also be all 3, which is going to be followed by the shotgun. You know what, Saladin? I'm not standing next to you anymore. You had your chance. You didn't shut the f up. As for Menagerie, this week it will be Hasapiko, big Minotaur with a shield walls, and the current burn for this week will be Void Cinch, as I mentioned before. And for the heroic version, it will be Extinguish, Iron, Blackout, and Void Cinch. As for the moon, first up we have the Nightmare Hunts. We have Tanix, Dominus Gaul, and Fogoth. Personally, I think Fogoth's gonna be the easiest if you're looking to do a Master Nightmare Hunt, because you can hide in multiple spots where the boss can't even see you. Multiple spots, the boss can't even see you. For the Garden of Salvation raid, the challenge this week is Leftovers. Complete the Consecrated Mind encounter without killing any Cyclops that spawn in the Harpy boss's presence, and Cyclops that spawn in other areas during the final sprint can be killed. So this seems like the first encounter. Do descriptions of challenges always say Consecrated Mind encounter? Because I feel like they always say Consecrated Mind encounter. I gotta be honest with you, I'm just reading off of like another page. I have not done these in for a long time. Moving on to, ooh, that's fancy. Moving on to the Eververse store. Look around before I say anything else. Oh, look at that. We got a couple of things here on the Eververse store that are a bit interesting here today. That's some smooth looking motorcycle right there. Yeah, Eververse store. There's a bunch of different things on offer. There's a daily offer, by the way. If you didn't know, they started offering daily offers instead of having the buying of those bright engrams. There's now daily offers. So you can buy things for silver, and there's certain discounts for them. There's a lot of past stuff in here. For the Bright Dust section, we have things like the Neopop Wave, which is a shader that looks very similar, in my opinion, to the Nebula Rose. Makes everything very, well, you saw what it was like. You got the War Set Arrival, which is something I do want to buy just for collection purposes, and it's very cheap. You got the ornament for the Devil's Ruin in case you wanted that blue ornament, and then you obviously have this Viper Forest Sparrow. For the other section, for Bright Dust, seems like we don't have any duplicates. Wow, this is a first for everything. First of all, we have the Vice Shell, which gives you things like Guiding Light, Omni-Telemetry, which is a good combo. Guiding Light's basically something that I have on all of my Ghost Shells. After that, you have an ornament for the Dune Marchers. If you wanted to make it look gross, you can do that. If you wanted to get another ornament for the Sunshot, like the 4th or 5th ornament that it has, that is available as well. You can also get the head ornament on whatever class you're currently on. So if you're looking for the Hunter set, you should get on your Hunter because that little skull head thing will be available. For the emote here, we have the Whisper Sweet Nothings, which is this really an infinite multiplayer emote? Okay. And then obviously you got your ornament for the Crimson, you got your transmit effect, your Bane I am just flubbing my words. It's a projection, and then all the other stuff that's pretty straightforward. The Golden Age Wine. Alright. Makes sense. And yeah. And finally, we have Hawthorne's inventory full of a bunch of stuff like 1,000 power weapons, just for me obviously since I'm actually gotten up to that, and a bunch of weekly raid challenges. First up, let's talk about the Last Wish raid. We have the Summoning Ritual, which will take place in the Kali encounter, the very first encounter of the raid, and in this encounter there's going to be 9 plates around. Instead of activating the 6 correct plates, activate all 9 plates, and then that will spawn the 3 ogres in the middle, and every single one of these circuits you have to do that to be able to get this challenge. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. For the Scourge of the Past raid, we have Hold the Line, gonna be in the first encounter of the Scourge of the Past raid, and in this encounter, just do everything faster. You'll see a battery level next to the map, just don't let it go below halfway. It'll say challenge failed on the bottom left. If you do, just move everything faster. And finally, for the Crown of Sorrows raid, in the first encounter, we have Limited Blessings. In this particular encounter, basically only 2 people at a time can have the buff. So just have 2 pairs of people get the buff, and just don't let any other person get that special buff. And that's it. That's gonna be the end of the the reset video, honestly. It's like I didn't just take a day off yesterday. My words are just so fluff, but that's it for the video. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions, any concerns, and make sure you enter that giveaway. That giveaway will be ending at the end of March, but that's gonna be the end of it. Hope you guys did enjoy. My name is Dychronic, and I will see you guys on the next one. Woo!